Hello and welcome to tonight's Where's the Trade? My name is Joshua Bellinger of OptionSizzle.com, and today we're going to look at Deckers Outdoors. So first I want to start out with the daily chart, and we're looking at a 2-year chart here. And with this, you can see that there's a big trend lower here. It's gone from $120 all the way to $30, and as the market has reversed, this is a name that continues or has continued to see a downtrend. And as of right now, when you look at it in the shorter term or the longer term, and we fill this in a little bit with a longer term aspect with the candles, we could see here, well, it could be starting to form a bit of a bottom here. What a lot of people are going to be looking at is if it can get above this 40 level and break above this and potentially get back to $50. So if break on this one on the weekly chart will likely lead to a $50 move and then potentially set up for a inverse head and shoulders as this goes forward, and we're talking about weeks to months potentially. Well, I want to break down the option activity on Deckers today. There's some interesting blocks that traded. And if we just look through some of the contracts here, when you're looking at option activity, there's always going to be a lot of volume in some more popular names. So this is a one that's it's pretty actively traded. We'll look at the statistics in a second here. But when you look through and scroll down, you want to see things that stand out to you. So you need a system in place to be able to pick this up, first of all. But when you do it, you want to look and see what catches your attention. So right away, the February 40s catch my attention, and then the March 45s catch my attention. Obviously, we look in January, or I'm not January, but June, we see some interesting, not interesting, but we see some activity trading. And when I say interesting, I was looking at these 310s on the 60 level, at the 60 contract. So, you know, we want to kind of get a blueprint and piece the puzzle together and kind of understand what's going on. So if we just close a couple of these down, we'll just close the June down and look at the statistics here. And if we look here, obviously calls have outpaced puts. And again, what we want to focus in on is, you know, where they potentially traded at. So if we look here, some of the other videos we've talked about extreme buyers on the offer. And here we just see kind of the ask was taken 37% of the time. Between market, 38. So that means it traded, let's say, a 10-cent spread. It traded right in the middle. So those are hard to dictate if they were a buyer or seller. You would have to look at implied volatility to kind of get an idea. And then you got the bid here at 23%. So it's in thirds here, and now we want to piece it together. So a lot of individuals that are not knowledgeable in reading option activity would look at this and say, "Oh my God, you know, wow, that's very bullish." Well, the thing is, it could be and it could not be. And when you see big blocks like this or a large amount of volume, it's ones that don't really intrigue me much. It's the ones that are not seeing that, but seeing the accumulation. So I created, or not created, but I got the top trades here before I started the video to take a quick look at the top trades here. And if you see here, you can see that the 45s here traded at $1.35, and for some reason I don't have the month that it should have on here. So we see the 45s traded here, and we're just going to say that was in the I believe these are in those March contracts, and you can see here then at $1.40. Well, the thing is that one of the blocks here, this one actually, the 5,000 block that I have highlighted, this is March spread, and this is coming from the floor, is actually tied to 115,000 shares. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bullish, because it could be part of a buy right, it could be part of a hedge, and it makes it a little bit difficult. And also could be part of what the market maker was doing on the other side of it, because you don't enter a trade in like this on a desk. You have to call somebody, you have to find the other end of it. So those are what my thoughts are on it. You want to follow this and see if there's more accumulation in some of the other options, but here it's a good indication, and here you kind of keep tracking it because we have 64 days. Here's what I would like for you to do now. Make sure you click subscribe if you haven't. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment below. Tell me why you liked it, why you did not like it. And if you found the information to be valuable and you think that there's someone else out there that you know that could use the information or find the information valuable, make sure you click the share icon here and share the video with them.